The moons of Vera Prime hung low in the crimson night sky, casting pale silver light across the palace courtyard. Inside, muffled sobs echoed from a room draped in silks. Selari, daughter of the once proud House Vera, pressed her forehead to the window pane. She had been born a privilege, but all that changed when her father's reckless trade ventures left their family crushed beneath an unpayable debt. The creditors had been merciless, demanding collateral no vaulted jewels could match. And so they had demanded her. A marriage contract, binding, final, and public, was to erase the dishonor of her father's failures. Selari was to be wed to the representative of the human coalition, a species her people barely respected, let alone trusted. "I am no more than coin," Selari whispered, her tears staining the floor. A daughter turned into payment. Her mother tried to soothe her, but the truth was a knife too sharp to dull. Tonight, her freedom would end. The wedding hall was unlike anything she had known. Humans had arranged the chamber according to their customs. Floral arches woven with pale white blooms, candles in crystal holders casting warm golden light. Selari entered veiled, her gown stitched with the crest of her house, mockery of nobility long since lost. Whispers filled the hall, not all kind. An alien princess traded like cattle, one Alistran noble muttered. To a human no less. How humiliating. Selari clenched her fists. She had not even seen her groom's face. In her mind, he was a cruel conqueror, come to collect what her father could not pay. Then she lifted her eyes. The man standing before her was not the monster she had imagined. He was Commander Marcus Hale, a decorated officer of the human fleet, broad-shouldered, dark-haired, his uniform replaced by a simple ceremonial tunic. His eyes, clear, steady, and strangely gentle, met hers with no trace of mockery. Selari faltered, her practiced bitterness slipping. The ceremony was brief. Oaths exchanged, signatures burned into digital tablets, hands bound together with silver thread. It was done. She was no longer Selari of House Vera. She was wife to a human. When the guests dispersed, Marcus turned to her. "I know this is not what you wanted." His voice was calm, respectful, nothing like the domineering tone she had expected. "You were given no choice. Neither, in truth, was I." Selari stared, startled by his honesty. "Then why agree to it?" "Because your father's debt was killing your house. And because my people wish for a bridge between us. But most of all," he hesitated, then offered a small smile, "because I believe marriage should not be a prison. You are free, Selari, as much as you wish to be." Her tears threatened again, but this time for a different reason. The days that followed confounded her fears. Marcus did not treat her as a possession. He asked her opinions during council meetings, deferred her knowledge of Veran culture, and offered her space when she asked for solitude. At night, when duty was finished, they spoke. Not of politics, not of debts, but of life. Marcus told her about Earth's oceans, vast and wild, and the taste of fresh rain. She told him about the crystal forests of Vera, glowing with bioluminescent light. One evening, Selari whispered, "I thought I would despise you." "And do you?" Marcus asked, half teasing. She met his gaze, her heart unexpectedly unsteady. "No." But their union was not without enemies. A faction within her people whispered that Selari had betrayed Alistran purity by binding herself to a human. They called her tainted, unfit to ever bear airs of importance. When an attempt was made on her life, a poisoned cup at a banquet, it was Marcus who caught her wrist before she drank. His eyes hardened, protective fury breaking through his usual calm. "You will not be harmed while I live," he swore. For the first time in her life, Selari believed it. Her tears vanished for good the night of the Festival of Moons. The city below the palace blazed with lanterns, music filling every street. Selari and Marcus walked among the crowd, cloaks drawn to hide their identities. For hours she forgot her burdens. They shared spiced sweets from street vendors, laughed at the dancers' wild acrobatics, and stood shoulder to shoulder as fireworks painted the sky. At the final flare of light, Selari turned to him. She saw not a creditor, not a captor, but a man who had chosen kindness when cruelty would have been easier. A man who treated her not as a debt repaid, but as a partner. Her voice trembled, But she spoke. "Marcus, if I had been given the choice, I think I would have chosen you." His answer was wordless, but the warmth in his eyes told her enough. The moons rose higher, casting silver light over them both. Selari's heart, once burdened with sorrow, now beat with something else entirely. Her marriage had begun as payment, but it had become something far greater, love, and no debt could ever measure its worth.